Hello again my friends, Bungie's latest weekly update details how the Taken King will change the way you play strikes. First up, all Taken King strikes, including the Shield Brothers strike you see here, were created with replayability in mind, so each time you fire up a strike, you may very well hear different dialogue being spoken or encounter different enemies. In short, you won't experience the exact same thing every time you hop into a strike. Bungie also promises bosses with more interesting combat mechanics, but for me, the most interesting change is strike-specific loot. For example, some weapons will only drop from certain strikes, but perhaps my favourite change is how some armor drops will look like trophies from the strike bosses, so who knows, you may grab a sweet new helmet that looks like the helmet from the Cabal boss you just defeated. Strike-specific loot for the fucking win. Next up, changes to Nightfall strikes. Now for the Taken King, Nightfall strikes will increase from level 32 to 40. If your team wipes, you will no longer be kicked to orbit. If you die, you now have to wait 30 seconds before someone can revive you. And finally, Radiant Light, which is the buff you receive from completing the Nightfall strike, is being removed. To compensate, Bungie's increasing XP gain and reputation in other areas. Next up, weekly heroic strikes are being removed and replaced with a new playlist, the Vanguard Heroic playlist, which is set at level 40. Now you'll receive legendary marks for completing the first 3 weekly strikes in this playlist. You'll also get a guaranteed legendary engram for completing the very first weekly heroic strike in this playlist. And there is also now no weekly cap on how many legendary marks you can earn. But what about strange coins? Weekly heroic strikes are an excellent source for this currency. You can get 27 strange coins a week if you complete the weekly heroic strike with all 3 characters. But as we've discussed, the weekly heroic strike is being removed. Well, Bungie's confirmed that strange coins will now drop more frequently in other activities. Next up, Bungie revealed that their next game update is dropping September 8th. Now prepare yourself, Guardians, because this is a big one. The update that paves the way for the Taken King. Now all Destiny players will be required to download and apply this update to continue playing, even if they decide not to purchase the Taken King. So you're going to need to make sure that you have enough space on your hard drive. PS4 and Xbox One players need 18 GB of free space. PS3 players will need 20 GB free during download and installation, and once the installation is complete, you'll need around 10 GB of free space. Xbox 360 players need 10 GB of free space. Now if you have storage limitations, Bungie has some solutions. Click the link in the description box below to read them in their weekly update. And one last thing before I go, if you'd like to see 9 new Taken King guns, click the on-screen image or follow the link in the description box below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for daily Destiny content, and thanks for watching, you beautiful bastards. And as always, until next time, Guardians.